Welcome back to another video. Here we are, and we are about halfway through the MLB season, and it is All-Star Weekend coming up. We have the All-Star Game, then we have the highly anticipated Home Run Derby. Now, I'm a big fan of the Home Run Derby. I always love baseball for one of those things. It's fun to see the ball carry so far, and it's a good opportunity to see players that can hit the long ball without the stress of trying to win a game, moving players over, hitting a specific pitch, because baseball is so situational. So this is kind of like a amped up, juiced up batting practice, and it's fun to see. It's an exciting time. I enjoy watching it. The All-Star Game, I can kind of do without. I don't watch a lot of the All-Star Games, even when it's like football or basketball or anything like that. It's cool. It's fun to see all the best players in the league currently playing on the same field, but it's never really taken that seriously. It's never like a highly anticipated thing. It just makes for a fun time. But anyway, so the Home Run Derby is coming up. We have 8 players, 8 entrants, and we got some pretty interesting topics and ideas to kind of go about. The number one thing is where it's being played. It's in Coors Field. Now, Coors Field history has shown that it's been pretty hitter-friendly. Now, when I say hitter-friendly, home runs, okay, I'll give you that one for the home runs. But it's more for hitters, extra base hits and things like that. But it is a hitter-friendly ballpark. So, with that in mind, the first kind of player that we come up against here is none other than Shohei Ohtani versus Juan Soto. Now, Shohei, I've been big on the year. I think he's currently the best player in baseball. I think he's better than Babe Ruth. I think he's doing things that we haven't seen in the league in a long time, maybe even ever. So Shohei currently, I believe, is hitting 33 home runs, and he's just great. There's nothing really bad to say about his game. I think he's a top 10 pitcher, and he's just not hitting home runs. He's smashing home runs with high exit velocities and things like that. He's doing a fantastic job, and I think he's gonna, I don't want to say. It's tough to say, but in a relaxed kind of environment, you never really know. He has power to all fields. I think the Blue Jays, Vlad Jr. is the only MLB player with more non-pulled homers this season than Ohtani. But there we go. He's going up against Juan Soto. Now, this guy is a superstar in the making for the Washington Nationals to kind of succeed Bryce Harper. Now, Bryce Harper won it, I believe, in 2018. And so Juan Soto, he has great power. I think he's a little underrated. I don't think a lot of people pay attention to him too much, but he's a great player. I think that's a good opponent for Shohei, and to see what he can do in a relaxed environment. Soto is the 18th player in AL or NL history to hit at least 80 home runs by the end of his age 22 season. If Soto can hit 10 more after the break, he will just be the 11th to reach 90 by that point. He's had some astounding numbers, and he's got the power to prove it. He's got the consistency to prove it. So, hey, I'm cool with it. Even though he only has 11 home runs for this current season, he can hit the long ball. For the next round, we have Joey Gallo, and I believe he's still on the Texans. He's a good player. He hasn't had a giant power season. From June 26th to the 1st of July, he's homered 5 straight games, and he went deep twice in a recent game. I think that might have been Wednesday, but he's a good power hitter. He can hit the long ball. I don't think that he's gonna be able to move on to the next round because of our next player here, and that player is Trevor Story. Now, Trevor Story has the benefit of playing in the altitude, in a relaxed position. This guy has a ton of different advantages, and he's playing at home. I mean, what player wouldn't want to win it and win it at home in a comfortable ball field that you're playing in? He's had a ton of home runs. He's played his career there. He's played more than half his games at this altitude. He should be an automatic shoo-in, and he's been one of the MLB top threats of the game since he came into the league. So he has a fantastic benefit and advantage over Joey Gallo, and I think Trevor Story is just going to take over Joey Gallo. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think the home field advantage plays a big part, especially in that ballpark where he knows how to play, he knows how to hit, and he can take advantage of that. So our next two players are interesting because, well, I don't really know them too well. I don't really watch the teams and things like that. We have Matt Olson. He is a member of the Oakland Athletics. Sure, he has some power. He's been in the league since 2017, and he's okay. He's hit 65 homers on the road compared to 59 at home in his career. He's a good player. The team is doing well. He's a straight power guy. He can hit the ball. He can hit the ball also in a high exit velocity. So that plays a big part, especially in a park like that. Then you have someone like Trey Mancini for the Baltimore Orioles. Now, he recently had some cancer issues and things like that, but he's looking great this year. He has 15 home runs. The Baltimore Orioles, well, they're the Baltimore Orioles. It's a shame that sometimes you got good players and it just does not work out for you. Now, everyone can think about Chris Davis, but I don't want to talk about that guy because I don't even think he's playing anymore. That guy fell off a cliff so fast, I couldn't believe it. He gets more strikeouts than Stanton, and I think Stanton strikes out way too much. Now, the last round, and I think this player that I'm going to mention in a couple minutes is very, very key and very, very important. But first of all, we're going to talk about Salvador Perez. Now, he currently has 20 home runs. Outside of Shohei Ohtani, I believe Perez is the one with the second highest home runs. He plays for the Royals. No Royals player has won the Derby. And so he has an opportunity to do this. He has some high exit velocity, and he's hitting long balls. I'm talking over 400 feet clear, 450, 460. So he's got some power. He's definitely got some pop. So we'll see. I don't think he's going to make it that far because this guy right here, Pete Alonso. Now, Pete Alonso has won this before. So, can he do it again? I am under the belief that he probably could. He won the Derby back in 2019. He did it by launching 57 total homers, including 20 in the semifinal victory over Acuna Jr. and 23 in the final showdown against Guerrero. Now, Vlad Guerrero took a lot of the shine from the competition, but Pete Alonso was the one that won the actual competition, and he has a chance to join certain players to win multiple championships with this. So his career has kind of diminished a little bit. Every player has to deal with injuries, but he set the rookie record in 2019 with 53 home runs. He currently is only sitting at, I believe, 15. So I don't know really how that's going to go. But when you look at all the competitors, I have a feeling, and maybe I'm just a little biased because I'm just such a big fan of him and what he's been doing for the game. I think Ohtani, when you look at the other players, I think Shohei is just going to have that power that you just can't match. I'll give credit to two others, Trevor Story and Pete Alonso. I give credit to Pete because he's won the Derby. He has the experience of the timing and how to do everything there. And then I give credit to Trevor Story for the home field advantage, being able to play at that altitude, and he's done it for so long now. But when I'm looking at the numbers and I'm looking at the people and just the impact of how they hit the ball, I think it's going to be Shohei Ohtani. Don't get me wrong, anybody can just screw up, lose it, and that be the whole thing. But overall, I think it's going to be Shohei. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to take the crown of the Home Run Derby championship? Are they going to take it serious where they really want to win? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys next time.